Welcome to the It's in Queens podcast. I'm your host, Jeff Simmons, and this is the only podcast that focuses on Queens, the borough that has it all. This podcast is brought to you each week thanks to the Queens Economic Development Corporation and the Queens Tourism Council. Together, they work tirelessly to showcase our borough as a destination filled with amazing experiences, cultural gems, and opportunities for everyone who lives here, works here, or is visiting. And if you can believe it, next week marks the official start of fall. The air is getting a little crisper, the day is a little shorter, and soon the leaves are going to start showing off that spectacular mix of scarlet and amber and gold. It's the time of year when Queens really shines outdoors. You can walk through Flushing Meadows Corona Park or Forest Park and see the amazing bursts of color. Or head to more tucked away trails like Alley Pond Park to take in the changing season. Fall always feels like a reset to me. It's about traditions, slowing down just a bit, and savoring the small things, whether it's a day trip for apple picking, grabbing a glass of cider at a farm stand, or treating yourself sparingly to a warm cider donut, something I like to do at the farmer's market in Jackson Heights on Sundays. Here in Queens, we're lucky to have so many community traditions this time of year. Harvest festivals and cultural celebrations, and a number of outdoor events that bring neighbors together in just about every neighborhood. And one of the real seasonal standouts here is the Queens Botanical Garden. It's a place that's been welcoming residents and visitors for decades, changing along with the community and offering something new each season. The garden actually traces its roots back to the 1939 World's Fair. Today, the garden is not just a showcase of beauty and seasonal change, but also a vital hub for environmental education, cultural programming, and sustainability in one of the most diverse counties in our country. This week, I'm fortunate to be joined by the person leading it all, Evie Hantzopoulos, the Executive Director of Queens Botanical Garden, and she has been at the helm since 2021, guiding the garden through an exciting period of growth, new programming, and renewed community engagement. Here's our interview. Evie Hantzopoulos, welcome back to the It's in Queens podcast.
Thank you so much, Jeff. It's wonderful to be here. Always love talking to you.
So, always a treat to have you. What is going on? Give us an update on how things are going at Queens Botanical Garden right now this fall.
Things are going wonderful. We love fall here at the garden. The weather is usually wonderful. It's not as hot as it is in the summer, and you see and experience, a whole bunch of things using all of your senses. So, the garden is still in bloom. You can see some very beautiful plants. Of course, the trees, the colors start to turn. So that's always an attraction. People love to come and see the fall color here. You don't need to travel upstate to see that. You can come right here at Queens Botanical Garden. But also just our plant collections are really lovely this time of year. Our roses often get kind of, go through this second period. They kind of peak in, end of May, beginning of June, but then kind of at the end of summer, beginning of fall, they start to kind of rally back. So it's always nice to see our rose garden. You can see beautiful colors through our pineapple sage. We have a tropical bed that kind of stays in and, through October. So people can still come and see the wonderful tropical plant collection that we have. And it's just a great time to be here. You see our bees in our bee garden. They've been working, all summer long. So we've already, we did one harvest of honey in the summer, and we'll be doing another one this fall as well. So we're always excited about that.
And people can buy the honey on site?
They can buy it in our gift shop, and it's very delicious and wonderful. Very
Very
high
nice. So
quality.
you have a lot that goes on in the fall, and I know we're going to talk about Apple and Honey Day, but what are some of the other highlights this season that people can look forward to?
So we have a whole host of workshops and events that are happening, including bird walks. So we have a partnership with the NYC Bird Alliance, formerly known as the Audubon Society. So we do 4 bird walks in the fall, and so people can come and I think really be amazed at the bird life that exists here at Queens Botanical Garden. So come and see all kinds of birds that we have. We also do some watercolor workshops as well. So there'll be one that really looks at fall colors. So leaves, painting leaves, learning kind of skills, and it's open to anybody, whether you're an experienced, painter or just I've never done it before. We have a wonderful artist that we work with. We're also going to have 2 movie nights in October. They were really popular this summer. And, people have asked for more. So we're going to be having two movies that are kind of around the Halloweenish kind of theme in October as well. We'll be showing Edward Scissorhands and also The Haunted Mansion, possibly doing some fun stuff like a seance and tarot readings and all sorts of stuff. That's going to be coming up in October as well. But there's lots of things, so much that I can't even mention, but people can sign up for our newsletter if they go to our website or follow us on Instagram and really see all the things that the garden has to offer in terms of programs and workshops. We have programs for kids as well and families that operate in the fall. We have our children's garden program and also our garden buds, which is where the parent and the toddler can come and dig into the garden and learn all about gardening and planting and our ecosystem.
And
So really
get their hands dirty together.
totally get their hands dirty. Literally, yes, literally get their hands dirty together. So yeah, lots of great stuff that we offer.
And one of the highlights coming up very quickly on September 28th is the Apples and Honey Day. Talk about this event, what people can expect to experience. It's a special tradition at the garden.
It is harvest time, of course. It's also a nod to, Rosh Hashanah, that's usually around that time as well. But it's, a chance for people to, I think, really celebrate fall and all the bounty that it brings. So there'll be apple tastings, there'll be honey tastings. People can meet our beekeeper and learn all about bees and how they, produce honey and bestow us with that wonderful gift of honey here at the garden. There'll be performances, there'll be crafts, there'll be tours. There'll be just all sorts of music, all sorts of things for people to experience. So it's really a family-friendly day. It will engage all of your senses here at the garden, and I think really is a great way to kind of kick off the fall season.
Now, we've talked about kids and families. You are known for your educational programs. Why is this important to you, and what kinds of kids programs are running this fall? Because it's great that you connect kids with nature.
Absolutely. And actually, at our Apples and Honey Day, I want to mention this, we are going to have kind of a children's garden open house. So families can come and participate, get to see our children's garden. It's a program that people normally have to register for. It usually unfolds under several weeks, almost like a camp type of program for kids. But we'll have an open house on that day as well. So in addition to all the apples and honey and all that stuff, we'll have our children's garden open house. But that is a program that we offer for ages 5 to 12. It's on weekends. Parents can sign their kids up and they drop them off, and the kids will learn about ecology. They'll learn about gardening. They'll learn about our environment, how to be good stewards. And again, get their hands dirty, do some planting, and then help put the garden to sleep when the time comes at the end of the fall and prepare the garden beds for the winter so that in the spring, everything will be ready to be grown again. And then we also have the Garden Buds program, which I mentioned before, which is the parent or the caregiver and the toddler. So it's geared towards the younger ages, 2 and 3 year olds. And they're short classes, but super fun. And it's a great way for families to be able to do something together at a very young age, so their kids are exposed to nature and have that opportunity to engage, particularly if they don't have a backyard or don't have a garden. This is their garden, right? So that's what we do. We open that space up for the community to enjoy and engage in.
And I'm so glad you said that because you really are a community hub. Why is that important to you about bringing the diverse communities of Queens together?
Well, I mean, it's Queens, right? So it is like, so diverse. We have people who come to the garden from all backgrounds. Of course, we serve the immediate community here in Flushing. We open our doors at 8 a.m., every day so that the local community can come in and practice Tai Chi from 8 to 10. We're a botanical garden that embraces that. So we open our doors early so that they can do that. But in terms of our programming, in terms of our admission, which is very, very low and affordable, it's only $6. If you're an adult, it's $4 if you're a senior or a young person. It's free if your kid is 3 or under. We have free hours on Wednesdays and Sundays. Wednesdays from 3 to 6 and on Sundays from 9 to 11 because we want to make sure that we're accessible, right? And so if you really are about promoting diversity and accessibility, you have to make sure that you are affordable for people. So that commitment, I think, really ensures that we serve everybody, no matter who they are, no matter what their background, no matter what their income level is, they can come and enjoy the garden.
And you also do a lot of work around sustainability and green practices. Any specific initiatives or workshops this fall that people should know about?
Oh, sure. I mean, there's ways for people to really, not just kind of learn about things, but do things. So we actually have volunteer days where people can come and volunteer with our compost team and really learn about composting, how to compost, the science behind composting. We offer a master composter course as well that's free if people are interested in that. Um, we have farm volunteer days where people can learn about our sustainable agriculture practices. So we are a garden that is 100% organic. We don't use any chemical pesticides or fertilizers. So people can really come and learn about how you can do that at home, right? Come and volunteer and learn about how we use integrated pest management, right? To kind of keep things under control here at the garden. And of course, they can volunteer with our horticultural team as well and learn about our sustainable practices here. So those are, like, again, hands-on activities, volunteer days. So they give to the garden, but they get something back as well. But one thing I wanted to say, we finally broke ground on our new education building. So it's been in the works for a while. We're very excited. The construction has begun. And hopefully in 2 years, we'll be able to open a state-of-the-art LEED Platinum certified building. So built with the highest environmental sustainability standards. So very excited about that. That's like a big thing. So if people come to the garden, they are going to see an area of the garden where there's some construction going on, but that's what's going to be happening there. And that will allow us to really serve a larger number, not just school children, but also adults through our programming. So very excited about that. And it'll be
Anyone?
for sustainability. So they can actually, like with the visitor services building currently, you can learn about building green as well, right? So there's an educational component to that even.
Anyone you want to thank for funding that?
Yeah, that's a city-funded project. So we want to thank, our city council members, past and present, Sandra Ung, Peter Koo, our borough presidents, past and present, for funding the building. Mayors, because, it takes a while to kind of accumulate the funding
Oh,
that
yeah, I know
you need.
that.
But our mayor and the Department of Cultural Affairs as well. So this is a publicly funded building. We are thrilled. I think it's really going to be um, a wonderful place for people to come to and learn about the environment, learn about gardening and horticulture and biodiversity in our ecosystem in a building that will be very fitting for Queens.
What's the target opening date of that, by the way?
They told us 2 years, but I'm thinking fall of 2027. I'm hoping that we are ready. It's beyond our control. The process is managed by the city, so we don't actually manage the construction. But yeah, that's what they've said. So,
Well, I'm going to have you
early
back.
fall.
I'm going to have you back on this podcast when the opening takes place.
Yes.
We'll just look a little closer to now. What's your favorite part of being at Queen's Botanical Garden in the fall?
Oh, I think it's just, things have cooled down a bit, but the garden heats up in a way too. Like I said, all the kind of fall color, people coming out and looking for things to do in the fall. I think fall is a popular time for people. So just seeing the people that come, the events that we have, but really just it's the beauty of the garden. I think um, I don't know, the excitement that I feel when I take a walk through the garden and I see something different, from the week before. It changes weekly. It's really amazing. Our gardeners are incredible and they make sure that there's always going to be something to see here and it changes all the time. So I love that about the garden.
So, for any of our listeners who want to attend Apples and Honey Day or sign up for kids programs or just to learn more about Queen's Botanical Garden, where should they go?
Sure, they can go to our website, which is queensbotanical.org. They can go follow us on Instagram. I think that's a great way because we're always posting events and things that are happening, and that's at Queens Botanical Garden. And if you go to our website, you can kind of go down to the bottom and we'll say sign up for the newsletter. So sign up for our newsletter. We usually send out, our event schedule, any big news once a week through our email blast. So those are three ways. And of course, come visit. Come visit us. That's the best way to know what's going on is to just come. Easy to get to right off of Main Street in Flushing. And again, like I said, we try and stay affordable so that people can really enjoy this 39 acres that we have right here in a very densely populated neighborhood.
And on that front, Evie Hantzopoulos, I want to thank you so much for appearing here on the It's in Queens podcast.
Well, thank you so much, Jeff. It's always great talking to you, and thank you for supporting Queens culture, right? All the things Queens. So very important. Thank you.
I'll never be as supportive as Rob Mackay. He's the most supportive person.
He
I'm
is
saying
he
I'm saying that on tape.
both of you. Yes, both of you are amazing. So
Beyond being a beautiful place to walk through and enjoy, Queens Botanical Garden is, as we talked about, an outdoor classroom. Each year, thousands of students and families and lifelong learners take part in programs that connect them with nature and sustainability. These programs don't just teach facts about plants and soil, they inspire people to see themselves as part of the environment and to think about how everyday actions can make a meaningful impact. Such an important endeavor as we near Climate Week, by the way. If you are looking for something else to do this month, well, we have you covered. That is where Rob Mackay comes in. He's with the Queens Economic Development Corporation and the Queens Tourism Council, and each and every week he brings us details on some of the more exciting events that are happening in our borough.
Hey, Jeff, I'll be short, although this is actually a really big and long event. The Jamaica Performing Arts Center is going to host the Making Moves Dance Festival this weekend, and that's 3 days from Friday, September 19th to Sunday, September 21st. This is a big blowout. It's also its 15th annual event, and really dance troupes come from all around, but mostly Queens. And of course, the diversity is extraordinary. I mean, there's everything from trap dancing to kick and snare and tap and Indian music, and I could go on forever. And it's Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. Always starts at 7. Admission is $10. I really think if you can't make one, make two, and if you can't make two, make three. It's really great. And the Performing Arts Center, which is at 153-10 Jamaica Avenue, is also a fantastic place. It's a converted cathedral. All right, Jeff, hope to see you there. Check it all out at It's in Queens. Bye.
Why, thank you, Rob. That is just a few of the things that are happening in our borough, and the place to go to see everything else that's on the horizon is so easy to remember. It's at the It's in Queens website at itsinqueens.com. There's another website I want to tell you about as well. It's the Queens Economic Development Corporation's website at queensny.org. That's where you should go to find out more about business-related news, how to help your business or friends. There's lots of amazing programs that you could get involved with. And when you're there, or when you visit the It's in Queens website, take a moment and sign up for their newsletter. And when you visit any place in Queens, like the Queens Botanical Garden this month, take a moment, snap a few photos, and share them with us. Make sure when you post on social media, on X or Instagram, to use the hashtag #It'sInQueens, because your photo could become our photo of the week. I'm your host, Jeff Simmons, and that's it for the It's in Queens podcast.